Right then, this is a quick walk around video, and this is for a Honda CR-V 2.2 EX diesel. Finished in black with a lovely light leather interior. This is a really exceptional car, absolutely packed with optional extras. The obvious ones being this urban pack exterior pack, the 19-inch black edition alloys, aero sideboards, rear spoiler. It's been very well equipped by its one and only owner, lady owner, who's had the car serviced meticulously at the Honda dealerships. I'm parked in the shade, not my normal spot, just because it's such a bright sunny day, which is awful for doing videos, unfortunately. But anyway, there we go. Little silver trim, part of the aero pack there, lights and lenses, very clear, intact, no cracks or condensation. Wind's picking up now as well. It's going to make this hard work, but there we go. But bonnet, it's very, very clean, hardly a mark on there. And then to come down the near side, passenger side first, panels are really clean. Front wing, again, likewise, very clean indeed. Near side front alloy, really good, with just the tiniest little light curbing, which you tend to get on the near side alloys, just there, but you could easily touch it in. Worth pointing out, there's going to be a brand new set of tyres fitted to this car on the front, because they're just low enough where they fail our pre-delivery inspection, which is actually double the legal limit, but they are below it, so that's why they're going to get done. But panel work, again, really nice. Come in there for the near side rear alloy, again, in lovely condition. And around the back of the car, I think this is my favourite angle for the car. It's just a really handsome looking beast with all the bits. Very subtle, but incredibly effective. Around the back, you've got the silver trim there, an enlarged exhaust spoiler, finisher rather, spoiler, thinking ahead, there's the spoiler. And then round to the offside of the car. It's worth pointing out, as you'll know from the advert no doubt, this isn't the cheapest CR-V in the country. We're not trying to be. It is one of the very nicest though in terms of its equipment. Offside rear alloy, again, lovely. And then coming down the remaining panel work, which is very, very clean. It's not to say there isn't the odd tiny little mark on the car. There will be, but I'm trying to pick up on anything that's immediately obvious to the naked eye. And then offside front alloy, very good. Again, it's just a light discovery right on the outside, but it is an exceptional looking car with wonderful ownership history. It's coming to the boot area now. Absolutely huge boots on these CR-Vs. You probably already know that handle there, same on the other side. Pull those back and the seats drop down in a beautifully engineered fashion. It's all very, very nicely done and very, very good condition back here as well. So coming inside the car now, really wide opening rear doors for really good access, huge amounts of rear leg room. I mean, these are massive in the back, and the front seats are set for me, and I'm over 6 foot tall, and they are, you know, even the tallest people in the back can sit comfortably. Leatherwork not only looks fantastic, but it's in absolutely beautiful condition as well. So front passenger door card, again, all the little recesses, all been kept very, very nicely. Comes the front passenger seat, again, very light use on it because it's in lovely condition. Finally, driver's door card, again in really good condition. Electric window switches and wing mirrors, electric memory seat button there as well, all been kept really nicely. And then driver's seat itself is in fantastic condition. Just pull that back there slightly so you can see I'm not trying to hide the bolster at all. It's all wonderfully kept with a very, very sort of gentle touch on ownership. So inside the car now, engine's running through this section so the dash can be seen illuminated. Dashboard looks pretty much factory fresh, it's in lovely condition. Sat nav, you can see they're working perfectly. I'm just going to close the electric blind above my head there so it blocks out the sun. There you go, see some more clearly, but all in fantastic order. Just pop it into reverse. And you get that lovely clear gridded parking camera all working exactly as intended. Then come across to the dashboard binnacle, pan in there for you. 46,919 miles, and there are no warning lights on the car whilst as he says it just beeps on. Fuel, that's all you can see on there. There we are, perfect timing. But apart from a low fuel light, there are no warning lights on the vehicle at all, and obviously fuel will remedy that. But it is in fantastic condition in here. It looks fantastic, and the leather works lovely with that light leather interior. Just to show you, owner's manual pack is here with the car, as is very importantly the locking wheel on that key. Sorry, cam chain driven engines, and a wonderful, wonderful unit. Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Honda CR-V 2.2 EX diesel. Car is registered GD14MPV, and mileage at the start of the road test is 46,913 miles. The reason we do the videos is basically so that anyone that's looking online at the car in an advert actually gets to see that very car in operation. A lot of our customers are willing to travel to us from vast distances, certainly the whole of the UK and Europe indeed. So the least we can do is go to the time and effort to do this for you. Road test is also done on these, generally speaking, very quiet roads. I'm not sure quite what's going on today, but there we go. We are literally just a couple of miles from the motorway itself, so very, very easy to get to and pretty much stress-free. We know just how frustrating it can be to go and see a car which basically looks great in an advert and in the description, only to find when you get there it's got a fundamental issue which you clearly should have been told about. So hence that's why we do it. This particular vehicle, as you'll know from the walk around video, it really is an exquisite car in terms of specification and the kit that's been placed on it. Also the maintenance of the car is just exemplary. It's just had the one lady owner that's had all of its servicing conducted by the same Honda dealership throughout its life, and it's paid dividends because the car drives essentially as new. Engine starts absolutely instantly, of course, as all these Honda diesels tend to do. Settles to completely smooth and even idle. There are no warning lights on the dashboard at all relating to the engine or any other part of the car. The engines themselves are just beautiful, beautiful units. 2.2 is noted as being very tough, very long lasting, very economical, all the good bits you want from a car, but also just so refined and pleasant to use day in, day out. It's only realistically in the very lowest of gears that you even are aware it's a diesel. On the higher gears it's so smooth and sweet that you could easily be sat in a petrol engine car. Engine then feeds through clutch into gearbox. Clutch on the car is absolutely perfect. Bite point is exactly where it should be on the pedal travel. And it's nice and smooth in operation as well. Gearbox, obviously a 6-speed manual box in the car. It is a wonderful gearbox to use. Honda have gone to great efforts to give this car a gear change worthy of all of their cars. It could happily go into one of their sportier vehicles. It's short and throw, incredibly precise and accurate in operation. Synchro mesh feels absolutely brilliant on them, and it really is. It's an object lesson to other manufacturers that just because you're producing an SUV doesn't mean you can get away with giving it a vague, lifeless gear change. This is absolutely brilliant, and I can feel zero wear in the linkage at all. All the more impressive, by the way, because pretty much all gearboxes that go to front-wheel drive cars or front-engine gearbox, also the gearboxes towards the front there, will be running cables from the gear lever through, so to give it a mechanical feel is actually quite hard to achieve. Steering on the car, a real strong point on the CR-Vs, because it's much more athletic than you'd expect from a car of its type. Steering wheel helps because it's sort of small diameter, sort of nice rim on it as well, but it's just got it's accurate, it's very precise, beautifully tuned to the chassis as well, so when you change you don't get kind of delays or lolloping about. And again, it tracks absolutely bullet straight. There are no vibrations at all coming back to the steering wheel of the car at this speed or any speed up to the legal limit, and again, can't feel any wear in it, zero wear in fact. Chassis of the vehicle, as I've alluded to, it's just a really nice balance between ride comfort and body control. Honda know this market very well because the CR-V is the best-selling SUV in the world. So what they've done is given you a very compliant ride, which is also beautifully damped, so it doesn't sort of loll up about through the corners. You don't get huge body roll angles unless you absolutely hammering the car, but it's not that kind of car, of course. It's just the perfect compromise, which ultimately is what chassis is all about. And again, on road tests, I'm looking for any kind of nasty noises coming from underneath the vehicle. There's nothing at all. You hear hitting the bumps, but there's no kind of secondary kind of chatterings or knockings coming from underneath the vehicle at all. Spin around here, kind of at the halfway point. Just going to give the brakes a bit of a shove, but make sure no one's behind me. So, no one there. So it's really, really good brake pedal on the car. Nice and solid, bites aggressively, and there's no pulsing or vibrations coming back through the brake pedal at all, so all in fine fettle there. Looking around inside the car, it's in beautiful condition. I've just dropped the key into the footwell there, so that's shows how good the brakes are, but there we are. Just an amazingly well built car as well. There's no squeaks, no rattles, no buzz trims, and that's commonplace for Honda CR-V, by the way. They are brilliantly put together. So all the garbage you read, I hate it when the motoring magazines do the same old thing every single time. They group test cars, and the ones that they say are the best built are the ones that give that impression of build quality. So the doors make a big thuddy noise, and everything feels kind of sort of spongy when you touch them. That isn't. Build quality is what they're like in 5-6 years time, and they've done a few miles. This still feels like new to drive, and the same cannot be said of some of the others. It is a beautifully made car. It also happens to be in fantastic condition in here, because the dashboard is in wonderful condition. Everything's working exactly as it should. Sat nav, nice big clear screen there, high up display there for your other information. Climate control system, which is pumping out absolutely ice cold air, by the way, and it's dual zone, so you can have different temperatures side to side. But the quality of the switch gear is absolutely brilliant on them as well. All the buttons have that lovely sort of precise actuation to them. The interior, by the way, also, when it's, because I know not everybody sort of likes the lighter interiors, but I have to say that, you know, it's very sought after, so it's clear there's plenty of people that do. And a bit like me, because I'm a bit of a convert to it, because I was always black leather interiors, what I always wanted, and I still like black leather interiors, so there's nothing wrong with them. But what this does is, especially on gloomier days, not necessarily days like today, it adds a real brightness to the interior of the car, especially with the panoramic roofs. So it just lifts the whole feel inside, especially in the back, because with the privacy glass, obviously it's quite dark back there. But you know, with this, it's just a lovely mix, and it's tastefully done as well. They're broken up really nicely. You've got obviously the black, silver, then the light, and it works really well. If that was kind of wood, I don't think it would work in anything like the same way. But it's also really practical, because on, you know, really hot summer's day, you don't get those awful burn if you're wearing shorts like I do in the summers. You burn the back of your legs when you get into some sort of black leather interiors, and they don't seem to get quite as cold in the winter either, albeit you've still got heated seats, so it's neither here nor there. But it's a lovely interior, and actually really practical, because, you know, like with all leather, all you've got to do if someone spills something is basically just wipe it clean. It's not like fabric. So in essence, it's very easy to keep. The car, this is a four-wheel drive version. You'll notice a complete absence of any buttons that you need to press to activate the four-wheel drive, because you don't. The car actually does it all for you. Honda have used this system for 20-30 years nearly, I guess. It's just brilliant in operation, because basically I'm just running around in front-wheel drive. Because Honda realised that most people will drive in this type of condition, so why have four-wheel drive constantly wearing away? Because all that actually achieves is you get through your tyres more quickly, use more fuel, and you put a lot more mechanical stress through the car. So basically, if you know, you're towing something across a muddy field, or you hit a bit of snow or ice, front wheels will momentarily lose grip. Car recognises that and instantly brings in the rear wheels to give you four-wheel drive. It's seamless and utterly brilliant. and in our experience at least, absolutely bulletproof, because we've not so much as put a spanner on the many thousands of the cars that we've sold that have utilised this system. But this is a really lovely car. As I said at the start of the video, the point is to show you it in operation, to pick up any faults. There's nothing to report back at all. Having said that, of course, if you've got any questions, please do give us a call.